going on? Welcome to another review. Today I'm reviewing the movie C.H.U.D from 1984. Runtime is about an hour and 28 minutes. So this is my copy of C.H.U.D. I don't have this like on a Blu-ray or anything like that. So this movie takes place in the city of New York, and it takes place pretty much in the sewers of New York. We have this aspiring photographer that is taking pictures of people that are in the streets of New York, and he ends up taking these random photos of certain people, and takes a photo of this one lady that is roaming the streets that has a concern, that's actually friends with him somehow, maybe from taking pictures of them. And so this bag lady actually gets in trouble by trying to lift a cop's gun, and she ends up being in the precinct. Somehow this photographer ends up in the precinct as well, and she pretty much just asks him for help on her way out because they had nothing on her and she wouldn't speak. So she ends up asking him for help with some people that are living in the sewer systems in New York, which they call them sewer dwellers. So he ends up kind of going with her and to these crazy pathways into the sewer systems, many different pathways into the system. And they end up going to this little area in the sewers where this like leader of the sewer dwellers resides. And he pretty much has this like brutal injury, and the photographer, pardon me, takes a photo of this injury that this guy has sustained on his leg. And the lady goes up to him, like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Did you get the gun? Did you get the gun?" And she's like, "No, I didn't get the gun." And he's like, "Oh, they're gonna kill us." And this photographer's like, who's gonna kill you? Like, what's going on down here? And next thing you know, they end up kind of wandering the sewer systems a little more, and then it kind of pans into different scenes in New York, like this grandfather and granddaughter are walking late, and he's making a collect call outside, and as he's got his back towards the rest of the city and the street, his granddaughter ends up seeing something come out of the sewer. It's like a hand. This is where you first encounter the creature. So she sees this creature, and next thing you know, creature pulls this grandfather down into the sewers, and then you don't see him. Daughter is in the precinct trying to explain like what she had seen, and the cops obviously don't believe it. They're like, "There's no monsters in the sewer system," and whatnot. And then you meet another character, I believe his name is AJ. He's like the soup kitchen guy, and he's also filed a report to the precinct. So they're getting multiple reports to the precinct that there's something going on in the sewer system. And so one of I believe it's the captain of the police force, and he comes down there just to investigate it, and he's like, there's something going on down here. And so he takes his word for it, but still kind of hesitant on like that it's actually true. And then he's like, "Let me show you things that I found down here of like missing people and like parts, like a Geiger counter and like a part of a hazmat suit and stuff like that." So he starts to kind of believe it a little bit more, but skeptical. So they end up having this meeting with, I believe it's like the mayor and the nuclear power plant captain or whatever you want to call them, and you know, they think that they're just bullshitting and stuff like that. And he shows them this photo of this man's leg that's all mangled up and everything like that, and he's like, oh, you know, whatever, it's just a freak accident, a rat bit him or something like that. And so further down in this movie, you end up kind of realizing that there is something actually going on in the sewer systems, and that there's actually like toxic waste that was being dumped by the city into the sewer system. And this nuclear power plant leader, whatever you want to call him, is trying to pretty much cover up that, you know, there's nothing his team has done to dump toxic waste down there, and these things are, you know, coming out of the sewers and killing people. And basically what ends up happening is a team of special agents slash there, and they're trying to see what's going on there. They got a camera crew down there, and they don't really see anything, and the footage is being broadcasted into the police station, and then the footage cuts out. Whole team is wiped out. So they think that there might actually be a danger down there. So the city and this guy from the nuclear power plant decide to shut off all the entrances to the sewer system, and that they're gonna pretty much gas them out. So there's still a whole bunch of stuff that happens. They still come out, these creatures, they come out and they actually enter into the city and start going into this apartment complex, this diner, and they don't leave any traces of any bodies. It's just blood and this kind of like slime goo that's left over in the city. So they end up blocking all the sewer entrances while there's still people down in the sewers trying to, you know, figure out what is going on. Because this photographer and the guy AJ that runs the soup kitchen for the homeless people are still down there, and they end up figuring it out that this guy from the nuclear power plant is actually behind all this, that he has been dumping all of this toxic waste into the system, the sewer system, where it's creating these creatures, these C.H.U.D creatures. And what ends up happening is pretty much, you know, the photographer and AJ end up getting out safely, and you don't really know if the creatures are still down there or if they've been exterminated, whatnot. And without giving everything away, that's kind of like the main gist of what actually happens in this movie. So I highly enjoyed this movie. I thought this movie was very well done for its time. I love the actors in this. They really make you actually care for them, and they're just enjoyable characters in the movie. The practical effects are absolutely fantastic in this movie. The creatures look fantastic. So whoever did the design of the creatures did a fantastic job. I highly, highly enjoy it. Recommend it. Atmospherically, it's very well done. It's well written, and yeah, it's just a really fun 80s creature feature that I highly recommend. And if you haven't checked out, give it a chance. It is a cheesy 80s movie, but it's a lot of fun. You like creature features, I highly recommend this. So that's my review on the 1984 movie C.H.U.D. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, and click like, comment, and I look forward to making another review. Thanks for watching.